Hello students. So today we are going to discuss about the power sharing scenario in Sri Lanka, that is major terrorism in Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka emerged as an independent country in 1948, same as India, and the leaders of the Sinhala community sought to secure dominance over government by virtue of their majority. So what happened is, after independence, the leaders of the Sinhala community gained dominance over the government because of the majority. As a result, the democratically elected government adopted a series of majoritarian measures. Majoritarian measures means the measures taken by majority of people to establish Sinhala supremacy. In 1956, an act was passed to recognize Sinhala as the only official language, thus disregarding Tamil. So in 1956, since majoritarian, the majority of the people were from the Sinhala community, so they passed in a constitution, they passed in a law, or they passed in resolutions stating that Sinhala to be the official language and disregarding Tamil. The government followed peripheral policies that favored Sinhala applicants for university positions and government jobs. So Sinhala people from Sinhala community were preferred for government jobs and university positions. A new constitution stipulated that the states shall protect and foster Buddhism. So a new constitution was also passed on, which stated that the state should protect and prosper, should develop more and more Buddhism culture. All these government measures, coming one after the another, gradually increased the feeling of alienation among the Sri Lankan Tamils. So it kind of degraded the Sri Lankan Tamils. They felt that none of the major political parties led by the Buddhist Sinhala leaders was sensitive to their language and culture. As I told you, they felt very degraded, or they felt very left out. So and they believed that all the Sinhala leaders were insensitive to the language or culture, and they felt that the constitution and government policies denied them equal political right, discriminated against them in getting jobs and other opportunities, and ignored their interest. And as a result, the relations between the Sinhala and the Tamil communities strained over time. So it was supposed to happen, it was bound to happen, because Sinhala community had the majority over them. They initiated majoritarian policies, like measures like they declared Sinhala as the official language. They favored people of Sinhala communities to be for positions in government jobs and in universities, and also they try and foster Buddhism. So this, as a result, the relation between the Tamil community and the Sinhala community got very ugly, or got strained, and the Sri Lankan Tamils launched parties and struggles for the recognition of Tamil as an official language, for regional autonomy and equality of opportunity in securing education and jobs. So they revolted, but their demand for more autonomy to provinces populated by the Tamils was repeatedly denied. So it was denied by 1980. Several political organizations were formed demanding an independent Tamil elm state. So many parties started forming different many groups started forming different parties, and demanded different Tamil state in northern and eastern parts of the Sri Lanka, and that this trust between the two communities turned into a widespread conflict, and it soon turned into a civil war. So what happened is, the differences between the Tamil community and the Sinhala community spread very large. It widespread. It spread to huge distances and people, and it kind of started a civil war. As a result, thousands of people of both the communities have been killed. Many families were forced to leave the country as refugees, and many more lost their livelihoods. You have read chapter 1 of the economics textbook. You might be reading it about Sri Lanka's excellent record of economic development, education and health. But the civil war has caused a terrible setback to the social, cultural and economic life of the country, and it ended in 2009. So not less than 10 years back, it almost ended the civil war. The differences between Sinhala and the Tamil community ended. So you could see how the unequal distribution of power, unequal distribution of responsibilities, or discrimination of powers led to such a civil war which lasted for more than 50 years. So in the next class, we'll discuss about the case study of Belgium.